Hey there, Earth Angels. It's Archangel Alchemist, Alexandra Wenman with you once again. I just wanted to send you all an amazing welcome and hello for today. Today here in London is actually a beautiful sunny day, and it feels like spring is on the way. So we're all getting very excited because we've had a lot of rain in this part of the world over the last few months. And it feels, I'm sure it's Mother Nature just having a big clear out and a big cleanse, but it feels like it's time for it to let up a little bit now and let the sunshine in. So today I'm going to talk to you about the Archangel Sandalphon, because sometimes you just can't control things, and sometimes you have to have a bit of an attitude of acceptance and an attitude of surrender. So we're going to be talking about the power of the energies of acceptance and surrender, and also the power of prayer. Archangel Sandalphon is one of only two archangels who were said to have actually incarnated on the earth as a human being back in the day, which would have been thousands and thousands of years ago. He was said to be the prophet Elijah in the Bible, and he's said to be the twin brother of the Archangel Metatron, who was said to be Enoch in the Bible. But again, as with every show, angels are about what you are comfortable with. So, I'm not here to tell you what an angel is. I think that's completely open to interpretation. I think some people see angels as beings that come to our rescue, that are there to protect humankind. And other people see them as energies or archetypes which we can invoke within ourselves. And there's been a lot of studies done on the names of the archangels and the fact that they're written in Hebrew, and on the kind of the sonic, the way that sonic language is actually used to invoke energy. And this is in effect what you're doing when you say the name of the archangel. So by even saying the name Sandalphon in your head, you will invoke this energy. So for today's exercise, because as with all archangel alchemy, we like to bring this down into our practical daily life. It's beautiful to sit and call up a visual image of an angel in your mind, and I'd like to share the image of Sandalphon that I often have. When this angel appears to me, I do actually see him as one of the most ginormous angels I've ever encountered. He has huge big feet, and it's quite hilarious. Like they always have a sense of humor with me, the angels. Whenever Sandalphon shows himself to me, sometimes all I get is a glimpse of a massive foot wearing sandals and this foot is probably bigger than my bedroom. So it's quite hilarious. Whenever I see these huge, big, sandal-clad feet, I know that Sandalphon is around. But it's quite funny because they do work with our imagination, and I have quite a quirky imagination and a very visual imagination. So I'm sure the irony isn't lost there. But he is a huge angel. He stands very grounded on the earth, and for this reason, he is a very grounding influence on us. So he helps to bring us back into the now moment. Now, I call him he because I get a more of a masculine energy around Sandalphon. But as I've mentioned before, angels, they don't have gender. They are beings of unconditional love and light. So they can, they literally is no right or wrong way to work with angels. It's just your pure intention of love that will help you to work with these energies. And once you invite them in, as I've said before, just be open to receiving miracles. So we can call on Sandalphon, you can call on him when you're feeling a little bit stressed and when you feel a little bit like life is out of control. You can call on him to be a grounding influence in your life, and imagine that you have huge big feet like Sandalphon when you call him in, so that you're nice and anchored in this world. And the whole point of working with angels is to bring their influence down into our practical daily life and down into the planet. Oh, my beautiful little cat Jezebel's just popped in to say hello. She's been out for her little walk this morning in the garden. And she's loving the sunshine as well. I think it's quite hilarious when I open the door and it's raining. She turns her nose up and trots back in again, looks at me like, Why can't you turn off this water? Anyway, so our exercise for today, I want you to just be aware of anything in your life that feels a little bit out of control, or something that you need extra help with, that it might be, some stress that you've had on your mind, and it might be disrupting your sleep. It might be disrupting your daily life, because, we often have this monkey mind and we try to find solutions ourselves, and sometimes we can't actually find the solutions within ourselves. If something is feeling really challenging, of course it's human nature to want to try and sort it out, to try to find a solution, but sometimes we just can't find the solution. Sometimes we just don't have the answers, and this is where Sandalphon comes in particularly handy. He is the angel of prayer, as well as being the grounding angel, and he's also the angel that's said to link heaven and earth, which basically makes him, or the energy of him, he's like a bridge, or he's like a channel between the earth and heaven. So he's very connected to the earthly kingdom, but because he's such a huge energy, he reaches all the way up into source or God energy. And for this reason, that's probably why I often see him with his head up in space and planets orbiting around his head, because he's just that massive. So today we're going to call on Sandalphon, and we're going to do an exercise in surrender and acceptance. And all you need to do for this exercise is say to Sandalphon, or ask Sandalphon, to take away any of these worries, any of these issues that have been going around in your mind, anything that you just do not have the answers for. And this could be a financial worry, it could be a relationship issue, it could be a work stress, you could just be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So we just, in accepting that we can't find the answers and that we don't have all the answers, this is really a powerful thing, because if you can learn to surrender and release that which you don't have control over, you can actually open up your life to a miracle coming in. And it could be as simple as just unlocking your mind, just saying, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. So Sandalphon helps us to let go of those stresses and those issues and those worries circling around in our mind like sharks circling around in the water, feeling like they're coming to get us. So you surrender it over to Sandalphon. And as he's also the angel of prayer, you can ask for him to answer your prayers. You can say, Sandalphon, I don't have the energy for this anymore. I don't know how to deal with it. Please take this away. And then the next step is to put yourself in a space of acceptance. Okay, I accept that which I cannot change right now. I accept the situation that I am in. And then we add in the prayer aspect. I accept where I am, but I pray, Sandalphon, that you will bring me the solutions that I need. And you can be specific. If you need money, ask for money. If you really want to meet your soulmate partner, ask for that. If you need resolution of a conflict, ask for that. If you're going for an important job interview, ask for that. But the important thing about prayer is that once you ask, you must surrender the outcome. So let go of any expectation of any outcome, because that is the beauty of prayer. Prayer basically is, it is a surrender in itself. Because if you hold on to it, then the miracle can't get in. It almost acts as a block. So you can do this small visualization exercise. Don't close your eyes if you're driving, as usual. And in quiet moments, just close your eyes, call on Sandalphon, and just imagine a beautiful copper golden angel with huge big sandal-clad feet, and his head reaching all the way up into the heavens. And imagine, I imagine that my prayers are like a daisy chain, and I'm threading this daisy chain. And then I place this daisy chain either on Sandalphon's wrist or on his head, or whatever the visualization feels right for you, and just see him carry those prayers up to heaven, carrying them all the way up. And then when they get up into the heavens, just imagine that they're completely dissolved in pure white light. And then you don't have to think about them anymore. and then your mind feels clear. And I know that a lot of these exercises can feel challenging at first. We are human. We get used to clinging on to our stuff. We get used to carrying around our baggage. But if you can learn to do this daily, or as often as you need to do, you'll start to feel an amazing peace settle over your life. Now, Sandalphon as well is the angel of gentleness and the angel of music. So, my advice to you, and Sandalphon's advice to you, is to be very gentle with yourself, especially when you're going through challenging times. There is no point seeing ourselves through the eyes of judgment. There's no point berating ourselves. There's no point feeling guilty or shameful about whatever situation we're in, about however we've acted in the past. He assures us that in bringing ourselves back into the now moment, all our needs are met. It's like that Eckhart Tolle book, The Power of Now, if any of you've read that. It's all about, well, the past has already happened, so there's no point worrying about that because it's already been. And the future is yet to come, and there's no point worrying about that because it might never happen. So Sandalphon says to bring yourself back into the now. Wherever you are now, let go of past or future thoughts. Let go of attack thoughts. Let go of thoughts that anything is, not perfect, because in this now moment, everything is perfect. And if you set the intention that everything will be perfect, then it will. Because anything in life is always a blessing. I believe challenges come up to test us and to show us that we're stronger than we are. They're important blessings in our lives. And of course, yes, I'm human, I'm guilty of not taking my own advice, or the angels' advice at the best of times. But the more that we can set the intention that we do follow this guidance, the more we will. And I'm actually finding that I am listening to my angels a lot more these days, and the blessings have started flowing in. I had a really difficult year last year, and I practiced this surrender technique over and over and over again, and it felt like it was never going to shift. And then finally, I saw the light came in, and now I feel really, really happy. And the weird thing about that is that my situation on the physical plane, on the human plane, the challenging situation, that hasn't changed. I'm still in the same position that I was in 6 months ago, 8 months ago, in terms of, finances, all of the stuff that came with this challenging situation. But the difference is I have let it go. I have surrendered it, and I have changed my perception about the whole thing. And I've started to see the blessings, and I've started to see the blessings in myself that this has brought up. I've started to have more faith in myself. I've started to trust in myself. I've started to speak my truth more clearly and stand up for myself with love, of course. And the miracles just keep on coming. And more than that, the angelic guidance is just flooding into my life. And I've always been able to see them and hear them and feel them around me, but now it's gone to another level. So I feel very, very blessed. And this exercise of surrender and acceptance is what has brought me here. It's one of the most powerful things you can do. So surround yourself with beautiful music. You might want to tune in to this beautiful music. This music is by Michael Hammer. It's called the album is called Gifts of the Archangels. So it's very fitting that we're working with the archangels with this music. And if you see your life as perfect and see your life as beautiful, then you will make sweet music in your life. And these are the parting words of the mighty Archangel Sandalphon. And I wish you all a beautiful day. And I just want to remind you all that you are loved because you are made of love. And that might sound really corny and really cheesy to some of you, but ain't it the truth, brother? So, and sister. So have a wonderful day, and until next time, I am Alexandra Wenman, and I I will be back again next week with some more amazing Archangel alchemy. So blessings to you all, and have a wonderful day.